Right, so I wanted to get the first reactions there of that press conference. Phikelelani Khumalo, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a long time coming. Obviously, you saw what happened in the interview. Some heated moments between me and my former coach, but it is what it is. It's boxing.
And coming into this, you obviously expected the verbal. And what did you make of the competitiveness amongst the verbals between yourself, Mtholo, and Mbhele?
I'll start off with Mbhele. Obviously, he's the challenger, so he has to be confident. So I take nothing away from that. Much respect to him for stepping up. As for Coach Vusi, I'm a bit disappointed in some of the things that he said. Dirty laundry. But it is what it is, man. He's obviously trying to throw me off. But on fight nights, I'm going to be buzzing.
He obviously is very confident. He said that he knows everything about you and what you can bring to the table. You responded with, you didn't rate him as a coach. Tell us about that. Is that how you really feel?
Yeah, that's honestly how I feel, because look at what has happened with all the guys that have left him. Ricardo Malachika became a world champion, two-time world champion right after he left him. Carl, even a small boy like Carl, is performing better than how he was now that he's with Manny Fernandez. So that speaks for itself.
And the fact that you get to, open Godfred Promotions and Mbhele Promotions co-promoting, what does it feel like being here in KZN doing this fight?
This feels so amazing, brother. I'm just grateful to God for all of this that's happening right now, bringing back KZN boxing. We're not in competition with any other provinces. We're just trying to work together with whoever is trying to work with us and bring back the sport.
Were you disappointed that Don John van Heerden wasn't opposing you here today and it was Sipiwe Mbhele?
Yeah, brother, but I have to focus. I wanted van Heerden to be here today, but obviously they've got other plans for him, so that's fine. Hopefully we meet one day, but now my main focus is on Sipiwe Mbhele.
And how hard of a opposition do you think he is?
Well, I can't tell you until after the fight, but I see myself dominating the fight. I'm having a great camp. I'm dominating in sparring. Everything I do in training, I'm pushing myself to the limit. So I don't see him standing with me for the full 12 rounds.
And I know it's all about sort of the glamour when it comes to the press conference, but when it gets to the ring, it's serious business. What sort of prediction are we expecting from you in this fight?
You can expect a knockout. I believe I'm a knockout specialist. People won't say it, but ever since I've left Vusi, I've actually improved. I can see it, my team can see it, and the results speaks for themselves.
And any sort of question marks that you have going into this fight? Is there anything Mbhele does that you have to work on?
No, not really. He doesn't really have a lot in his arsenal. He just takes punches. I mean, what's the point of being tough if you're blocking punches with your face? I mean, so I'm just expecting him to come forward and take punishment.
You mentioned sort of seeing you in the gym when he was a youngster coming through the ranks. Of course, he hasn't been the most active boxer as well. So he turned pro in 2022. His career is sort of going on and going on. This is the biggest opportunity he lands. Are you expecting him to be hungry in this fight?
Yeah, he definitely is hungry. He wouldn't be taking the fight if he wasn't. But let's look at the facts. I worked my way up to get to the SA Championship. I fought whoever was in front of me. I called out everyone. People started running. Whoever fought me, I was there. With him, he's only getting the opportunity because there's no one available. So he didn't really earn this opportunity. He's never even been in an 8-rounder. So I don't see him going the distance, to be honest.
And where does this fit into, the bigger plans? Obviously, a defense of the SA title, and what's sort of the bigger plans for you?
I'd have to sit down with my manager, Colin Nathan. He obviously has plans for me. I wouldn't want to say it right now, but he obviously has a lot of things on the pipeline for me. I just have to focus on this fight right now.
Right, and obviously SA title defense, they say sometimes it's harder to stay the champion than to win the championship. So, I mean, how has your intensity and training levels increased?
Brother, I'm actually hungrier. Every time there's a lot of noise around me, for my former teammates, this and that, I'm actually hungrier. I'm getting more hungrier. Every time I hear something, I go train. I do more than I was doing the previous day. I'm going to be in tip-top shape, brother. And fireworks. I'm bringing fireworks to this fight.
You share the card as well. Namusa and Tulu, your stablemate, he had a lot to say as well at the press conference. I think he took over the press conference.
Yeah, definitely. He spoke for about, 5-6 minutes. But he was just expressing how he's been feeling. He was training himself basically, until we took him. And then we started giving him structure and everything. And now he's just, he's an animal. He's an animal. I don't see anyone in the middleweight division standing with this guy for 12 rounds.
Yeah, and obviously it's another story of Asamakale Velum, a former teammate of yours as well as the current champion. The belt's kind of in limbo at the moment. We don't know what's going on, but that's not your fight. Let's go back to your fight again. So Simpiwe Mbhele, did you notice him when he was coming up? Do you keep your eye on the division? I noticed that you said to the two guys that are 1-0 each that you want to fight them in the future.
I watch everyone, even the guys that are 1-0, 2-0, because you never know. I started there as well, so I'm a champion now. So I keep my eye on each and every contender. Even if you're not a contender, you're a prospect, I'm watching you. As soon as you come up, I'm gunning for you. That's how it is in boxing.
And how has the approach changed from the time that you fought Bopape to the time that you're going to be fighting Mbhele now? Like in terms of just like your mental preparation, obviously then in relative terms you were not a champion, so now you are a champion. I mean, how many of those things have changed for you?
Not a lot. I still feel like the underdog. To be honest with you, Hayden, here in KZN, they banking on him to beat me. I know that for a fact, and I'm straightforward. I don't sugarcoat anything. Again, I'm gonna prove them wrong. That's what keeps me hungry. That's what keeps me wanting more. Because I know that they just say, he's a former soccer player, he hasn't done this. But let's come to the ring and let's see what happens.
You mentioned KZN. We obviously here, for the people at home, we are in KwaZulu-Natal right here. The promotions flew me down to obviously cover this event. It's a big event for KZN. If we can talk about that, why do you think KZN's against you though? Like that's the next question I wanted to ask.
Because I don't have an amateur background. It's I don't blame them. They're just puzzled. What's going on? Who's this guy that's coming and beating up guys? Hayden, you get to see the best of me. I can see myself. I'm just going like this. And I'm just grateful to God that a lot of things that I used to do in the past I don't do anymore. I'm 100% focused and I'm ready for anyone in the middleweight division.
Let's talk about training camp wise. Obviously we're still a month out, just over a month out from the fight. Are you venturing to Johannesburg? Are you staying in KwaZulu-Natal for this one?
We might go up soon for some sparring. I was there just 2 weeks ago, sparring with Jason Medi. Jason Medi actually is beating up everyone in sparring.
Yeah, that's a boss.
Yeah, no. Me and him are sparring fireworks, brother. Pushing each other. Sometimes we bang, sometimes we box. We help each other. But this is the guy that used to be a sparring partner for Mbhele as well. And the level is just not the same. I believe in myself so much. I don't care what anyone says.
All right, and if you could look into the camera, send Mbhele a direct message before you step in the ring with him.
Thank you for taking the fight, Mbhele. Please come prepared. Hopefully we both get out of the ring healthy, but this belt is staying here.
Awesome, and then just lastly, any thank yous, any shout outs for anybody?
Thank you to obviously the promotion, Godofit Boxing Promotions, Mbhele Promotions, SA Boxing Talk for coming all the way from Johannesburg to cover this. We appreciate you. Keep putting us out there and keep making us famous.
Keep making us famous, I will do. All right, and I wanted to wish you all the best for your fight.
Thank you, brother.